Okay, so were you just tapped into? Meaning, did you just receive the last level of download, the last push, the end of your cycle, the end of your death series going into your rebirth? Did you just get the push, the upload, the new beginning, the whatever you want to call it? But I mean, it's time. And those that are being activated know that it's time. It's time for you to step into your rightful places. It's time for you to speak your truth. It's time for you to listen to your intuition, listen to divine, listen to your guides, and let them lead you towards this new beginning. You are being catapulted forward. You have a big destiny, a big career, a big opportunity. So this is finding you. This is your message. This is you knowing and acknowledging for yourself that yes, you were at the end of a cycle and you're ready for the upgrade. It definitely hit you on the 9th. Okay, the weekend was definitely a push for you. You either went through some things that you had to really address, or you acknowledged some things that were really heavy, and now you're ready for the next phase of this ascension that you were in. So I need you to start taking the movements towards it. You have things that are telling you that you need to get on the bandwagon and do, and you have a list of things that you need to be getting done and doing because you've been creating this list for the last couple months. They need you to start working on some of those things. It is a period of rest, so they do need you to chill. At the same time, it's called nuance, it's called balance. How do you balance out actual rest and not feeling guilty for resting? Not feeling like you're getting behind schedule for resting. It's very important that you acknowledge what rest is for you and what rest looks like. What Divine had showed me is going through and using your intuition, using your skill set. Imagine that you're going through a grocery store. And as you're going through this grocery store, you have all these things that are in your cart. I want you to tune into this cart as you've walked to this grocery store and look inside of it and see what is in there and what is needing to be in there and what does not need to be in there. This is going to give you insight into what it is that you need to let go of, what it is that needs to be like set aside because it's not a part of where you're going and where your focus needs to be. Example is when I went through my cart the first time was a whole bunch of random shit and random people even in my cart. People, meaning I'm carrying people forward. I'm out here shopping, right? Shopping is about getting things that you need, okay? And the things that you need a necessity. Feeding yourself, giving your body and your life nutrition, essence. So if there's other things or people in your cart, that's where you have to acknowledge, okay, are they someone that can't defend themselves? Is it a child? Is it your child? It's like, what's the purpose of this person being in my cart? For one. For two, if it's random shit in there that doesn't make sense in the sense of moving you forward and rest, then it's not supposed to be there, and it's time for you to acknowledge why it's there so that you can move out of that phase, okay? And then you'll realize as you go through the meditation and you're walking through understanding what you need and understanding what rest looks like for you and understanding like what the next chapter is going to bring, by the end of your walk through this meditation, you will have exactly what you need to have in your cart. I.e. for me, I had a typewriter. It's time to write. It's time to depict. It's time to tell the story. That's what I'm being told, to publish. Because typewriting doesn't have no reverse. You have to go back and, X the things out and put stuff on top of the paper to make it. It's like, tell the truth, okay? This is the truth. This is what's going to come out of it. So that was one thing that was in my cart. So I need you to think about what it is that's needed and what you need to move forward in this way, okay? This is what the message is for those that are ready to step into the rightful place. And you're going to have people that are going to try to test it. I need you to acknowledge it too, because they're also telling me that your if you look at the month of February, look at the month of March, the days match up completely. Meaning, what today is the 11th, it's the 11th next month in March on a Tuesday. Okay, it's the same days aligned, which tells me that you're going to have certain things come up that are going to be reminiscences of this month. Of the month of February, happening in March. Almost in a sense like a testament of how much you've shifted and how much you've changed and what you let go of and what you didn't. So what you did last month may not be what you're going to be doing again next month. So pay attention to that. That's a mirror image of what is to come, and how you're handling it now is going to affect what's going to happen for you in March. So it's a lot of magic happening. It's a lot of shift happening, but I need you to be the one to acknowledge that you are moving forward, okay? And that it is time, and that you have things that you are going to get started with and that you are going to do, and to really just be in tune and alignment with yourself of what feels good and what feels right, and listening to your inner guidance and your guides. What doesn't fit anymore, or what doesn't feel valid or right, you're going to know that very, very, very clearly, because they're not going to give you an opportunity to keep basically playing with yourself. It's going to be so in your face. It's going to feel so uncomfortable. When you try to do things, it's going to feel like it's hard, or it's like pulling it through sludge or mud. It's going to feel like it's, pulling teeth. It's not going to be boom, boom, boom. What is supposed to be with you is boom, boom, boom. And I'll give an example, okay? Because I have a business partner, and we did this beautiful meditation. I would start calling them containers, because meditation container class, preparing for our retreat that we're taking in May. And she put together the words for the meditation, the affirmations, and she said, I want you to do these, I want you to say these, and then she did the bowls. And if I tell you how divinely magical that was, and how on point it was, that we just flowed with each other in such a beautiful way, that's what I mean about noticing the connections and knowing when things are right and when they're not right. And I can only compare it to like the situation I'm trying to deal with my lawyer type stuff. Compare it to that situation, and where it's been this long drawn out process, and not what I want, and not listening to what I'm saying, and like just not advocating for me. It's like pulling teeth. It's like an irritation when I even hear from this person. I'm irritated because it's not the right person for me to work with. And you learn the lessons how you need to learn them. But guarantee you, there's a difference between who's in alignment and what you're supposed to be doing and what you're not. And if it's going wrong and you have an adverse reaction with hanging out with people or doing certain things, that is the lesson in itself. It's for you to acknowledge it and say, there's something here that's not sitting well with my spirit. That's not what spirit wants for me, and what isn't. I can't always be the people pleaser. I can't always be the one, making sure everybody's good and comfortable. I have to make sure that I'm moving in accordance to what divine is pushing me and telling me to move forward into. And if that can't be the case, and that's not how this is going, then we need to adjust. We need to change. We need to figure out the next mode, the next move forward. So, yeah, that's what you're going through. That's what you got going on. And I need you to listen to that inner guidance and to pay attention to what feels icky or uncomfortable, and do what you need to do. And then honestly figure out what rest looks like for you. Because if you're going to sit there and beat yourself up and guilt yourself about having a day off and taking a time to enjoy or to chill or whatever, and feel like, oh my God, I can do this, I can do that, then you don't know how to properly rest, and it shows. It's been you in survival mode for the longest time. Where is the rest? Where is the acknowledgement of saying, you know what, I need this and I deserve this, and I love myself so much, and I know I need this so I don't get sick, so I don't have this. And if you feel like you're starting to get sick, that is your indicator that you need fucking rest. You need a break. You need a good cleanse. You need some meditation. You need to chillax. You need to sleep. You need to take care of self, because whatever you're doing is draining your energy faster than you can rebuild it. That's what that means. And not draining you like it's or people are draining you too. That could be another part of it. So I really need you to heed the call and listen to what I'm saying. Okay? I hope that gives you guys insight. Have a beautiful day.